Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a guest star. This is my best friend. Her name is Jess, and we have literally grown up together. We call ourselves best friends from the womb because our moms were best friends in high school, and then they had us at the same time. So we've been best friends since forever. I'll put some throwback pictures on the screen so you guys can see. Her friend is getting married today, and so I'm gonna be doing her makeup for the wedding. I just thought it would be fun to film. We're just gonna be talking and you guys can enjoy the presence of us bonding, because I haven't seen Jess in so long. It's been like, literally, when's the last time I saw you?
I don't even know, it's been like a few months, I think.
I don't think I've seen you in person since I moved back.
No.
And I moved in April.
No, it was right before you left. Because we hung out right before you left to move over to Trent's.
What did we do?
I came over to your mom's house. And you came over to my house. You saw my house.
Oh, yeah, dude, it feels like so long ago. That's almost a year ago.
I know, that's weird.
Sadly. Yeah, but
when did you move home?
In August.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen your mom.
Yeah, not
in the store. I seriously have not seen anybody. It's because life just is so crazy busy, you know?
I know.
And I did Jess's makeup for her wedding. And
bridals.
And everything.
And engagement.
And she has this cool, like, color changing foundation that's like white, literally white when you put it on. And it just like is kind of like the lip colors that are like match to your complexion stuff. You know how things claim to do that, but this is legit. I use this same foundation on her mom and her sister.
Yep. All
in the same day. And it all looked good on all of them.
So, were you always planning on getting this apartment, or were you gonna get
the
ones by, weren't you gonna get one by where we took my senior pictures?
Yes,
those loft or whatever.
Those new ones, yes, yeah. They're called board-in lofts. They're low-income housing. They're like super awesome. Right. We were gonna get into them for like $700 a month.
Oh my gosh.
Or we could like get a bigger one for $900 a month, which is like
amazing.
Amazing.
Still,
yeah. So I went in there like the first day that I was back, because all of a sudden I was on a hunt for a apartment.
Right.
Because Trent all of a sudden was like, I'm moving. And I was like, okay. And then I went in there, talked to the people. They seemed super chill at first. And I was like, okay.
Great, yeah.
And they were like, for sure you can get in. Like I sat down with the management, like the apartment manager, filled out the application, and she was like, as long as you get approved through the state, since it's low income housing, you have to be like approved. Right. So they know that I'm poor, actually.
Actually poor, not faking it.
Yes. And so she's like, as long as you get approved, then your guaranteed move-in date is September 11th.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, cool. Like that was like 3 weeks away. Right. And I was like, that's perfect.
And they had open.
Yeah. And so I picked my unit even. I like picked my unit out. Yeah. And then I fill out the application. She tells me, she's like, this is your home, but this is my job. And she's like, I'm not gonna be bugged if you email me every day asking about the status of your application, because if it was my home, I would feel the same way. Right. So I was like, cool, they're super like
chill and
helpful. Like they're understanding, you know? Right. And then I emailed her, not every day, because that's not necessary.
That's excessive.
I understand what is like going on, like with the application process, you know? Right. And I've seen how Karma's housing works, you know?
Right.
It's the same thing. So I was like, emailed her once at the beginning of the week, once at the end of the week.
Yeah.
She just kept telling me, no word back on your application, no word. They told me it'd take a max of 2 weeks to get it approved. Right. So I was like, that's like a good amount of time.
Right.
I don't hear back after 2 weeks. I email the third week. I think we're guaranteed, the whole time that I'm emailing her, she keeps saying, she's like, you're still guaranteed to be in September 11th. Like, as soon as it gets approved, then you can move in. Like, we're ready for you.
So you're like
I'm planning
your
on
stuff.
it. Trent gets there the 11th. Well, once we haven't heard, I tell Trent, I'm like, you can't come because we don't have a place to live. He's like, my mom has flights. My mom has like figured all this out. We have to come. And I was like, okay.
Whatever.
Then we can figure it out.
So you never heard from them?
No, I never heard from them. And I still have never heard from them. Still, it's November.
They didn't even email you back and were like, so sorry, your application got declined or anything like that?
No. I literally just stopped emailing them because I was like, I'm gonna stop trying, because if they want my business, then they should email me back. Like, these people don't deserve to have my money as rent. And I was like, at the same time, this is how it's gonna be for the whole process of living there. That's how they're gonna be about everything.
If you need something, they're not gonna.
Yeah, I'm like, do I want them to actually be in charge of my living situation? No. So Trent got here and I was like, I asked my parents, I was like, if Trent has to live here for a week or two, is that okay? And my dad said, he cannot stay in our house until you have a plan of where you're gonna live.
That's fair.
So I told him we had a plan, but we didn't. And Trent came out, and when Trent was here, him and his mom, I was like, you're overtaking the apartment situation. Because I had been doing it alone. Because he was gone. And it's like,
a lot of work.
Yes. And I was like, you and your mom, while I'm at work, go look for apartments, because I'm done looking.
I should have sent you my uncle's number, because he manages Logan Preferred.
Oh, I went there.
Oh, you did?
Because we know Kent.
Oh, yeah. And they don't.
And we looked through all their stuff, and it was just either like $800 for a basement apartment that doesn't have a washer and dryer or air conditioning.
Yeah.
Or like
the apartment
ghetto.
That we got so lucky with, because it was short term, but we only paid $600 a month, and it was 2 bedrooms. There wasn't washer and dryer hookups, but we just did laundry at our parents' house. But for like that short term,
yeah, but since it was short term,
it was
me
so
living
nice.
there for a year,
not gonna happen. No.
Yeah, I can barely get my laundry done with my washer and dryer here.
Why didn't you do Karma's?
We're not married. You have to be married, divorced, or a single parent to qualify for hers. So I was like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's because they don't want them to turn into student housing.
That's fair, but I mean, you could filter out for that.
Anyways.
So here you are.
He found this place, and I was like, this is way over our budget. But he was like, it's either, like, every apartment complex around here is priced the same.
Yeah.
Like, it's either get the nicest apartment complex and pay this, or
be stuck with cheaper and less.
Yeah. So we went with this, and it is kind of expensive, but
it's nice. It's
so nice. And we get a free massage every month.
Oh. Do you have like a clubhouse type thing? Nice. Is there like a pool and stuff?
Yeah. It's it's like a resort, dude. This place is seriously way nicer than where we should be living. Whatever, it's gonna work.
For the time being.
And Trent has like way more faith about it working out than I do. Cause I'm like, dude, we don't have any money. We work at Buffalo Wild Wings. And then he got a different job, and we were like, okay, we're chilling now.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I hate moving. You know how many times I've moved?
Yeah, I've moved twice and I hated it.
It's way more work than people freaking think.
Yep.
And I'm done. So I told Trent we're living here for like 3 years. I'm like, 3 years, and then we'll actually move.
So are you gonna get married? I'm sure you've been asked that.
Yeah. We, not for a couple years for sure. I could not plan a wedding
right now.
No. With school and work and everything. Like, it's just way too much.
Yes.
As much as, like, I kind of feel like I go back and forth. Like, sometimes I'm like, I want to be married now, and sometimes I'm like, why get married at all?
We're already living together.
And so it's gonna be a couple years. I'm gonna be graduated for sure. But
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen.
So after you get married, or even before, would you guys consider like buying a house or anything like that? Or are you gonna stay in an apartment?
No, I don't even know where I want to live for my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. I don't want to live in Utah at all. And so
until you have that decided, why would you get a house or anything?
No, I would have preferred to live in a house right now, like rented a house.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't working out. So this is fine. I feel like I don't want to buy a house next because I just seriously don't know where I want to live. I like know for sure I don't want to live in Utah. I don't really want to live in Ohio.
Yeah.
I just didn't really enjoy living there that much. And
why? Like, what was?
It's just such a big city.
Yeah.
Like, Columbus is huge. And, you know, the people are different. They have different values. Like, I like the hometown, small town values.
Right.
And
that's not what that is.
Yeah. Like, they're not family oriented, they're friend oriented. And I'm not used to that.
Right.
Like, my friends are definitely of importance to me, but my family will always come first.
Of course. Yeah.
And they just don't have that same feel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could maybe do not downtown and not like in the heart of Columbus, but like, it was really nice being with his family, like close to his family. And I know that he would prefer to be kind of close to his family. I'm not like opposed to moving out there for a couple years after I graduate, but I would not want to like start a family there at all. So that's where my doubts come in. Like I don't want to get stuck there or anything. I don't want to live in a small town. Like, okay, I don't want to work in a small town hospital.
Yeah.
I want to work in a big city hospital.
So like commute?
I would live like, okay, commute is very different for Logan because you have to drive so far.
Yeah.
I would like to live in like the outskirts, suburbs of a city.
Okay.
But not like in the city.
Right.
Like the places that like seem the most appealing to me are like Denver, Boise, Phoenix, a little bit of San Diego, but Trent's already lived in San Diego and he hated it.
Really?
Yeah. So there's just wacky people there.
Oh, definitely.
Crazies. And so, and it's expensive. That would be appealing to me, but not realistic.
Yeah.
So those are probably the top 3 places. I would probably say that Boise or Denver are like the most likely to happen, just because Trent hates the heat and so he wouldn't go to Phoenix.
Oh, I hate too.
So yeah, that's.
And when would that be?
So after I graduate, I want to move.
And you have how many years?
Just like a year and a half left.
Oh, dang.
For my first degree, but I might get a second one. I don't know yet. And if I do, then we'll be here for like an extra year.
Right.
And so yeah, we will see. and then we're gonna just kind of move around, see what we like. Would not like, even if we moved to, let's say, Denver, right after I graduated, I wouldn't buy a house.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know if I want to live there.
Right.
Like, I don't want to buy a house until...
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, you think apartments are a lot of work, houses are a lot of work.
Yeah. And I definitely don't want to build my own house until I'm older. Like...
That's fair.
Building is a lot of work. I would buy, like, if I were to, the first house I buy, I would want to buy it new, but I don't want to build.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair.
I don't know. But at the same time, I think I have life figured out, but I don't. We'll see what happens. This is fine for now. I mean, it's like not even that big, and I feel like we don't even have anything. I mean, we don't even have a TV. We have a TV in our room, but not in the living room.
But not like in a...
Not in the
common
living room.
area.
Yeah, because we don't have money. We'll have money soon.
Yeah, money's the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Never enough.
But it grows back. Money grows back.
True. So how do you like the hospital?
Oh, I love the hospital.
Good.
A lot.
Are you at Logan Regional?
Mm-hmm. Well, I rotate between Logan Regional, the Instacare, and the Budge Clinic, which is an orthopedic clinic. So then I can just kind of like see everything, and I love it. I really like it.
Good. Because it's the worst when you get to that point and then hate it.
Yeah.
At me. Almost was in nursing school and then was like, actually, this sucks.
Okay, look up.
Actually, I don't like this.
Yeah, I couldn't do nursing.
With dialysis, when you're a tech in dialysis, since it's technically a separate clinic in Logan, you pretty much do everything the nurses do, except administer some medicine. And so after that, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that my whole life.
Yeah, it's like nurses are like the moms and we're like the babysitters. Like, you can come to us, we'll take a picture
for a minute and then we'll send you back.
You can go. Yeah, I could not like,
here, I'll have you all day.
but yeah, I don't like the small hospital feel.
Yeah.
So like, it's not just Logan. I feel like it would be anywhere that I went that I wouldn't like this. Like, it's not, I don't know. It would be fine. I'm definitely not complaining, but it's good to like be able to work in the clinic and then be able to figure out like, okay, this is what I actually want.
Right.
Anyways, what's new with you and Noah?
He just got a promotion at work, so we work swing shift now.
Both of you?
So with my hours at the police department, I can just go in whenever pretty much. He wants me to have like a swing shift type of thing, same as Noah, but for the most part I can work as many or as little hours I want in a day, as long as so it's technically part-time, so I can only get 30 hours a week. So I just usually work like 6-hour shifts a day. So I'll go in at around 1-ish and work for about 6 or 7 hours, so it's really easy. And then Noah gets home at 10:45-ish. We just hang out. I like working swing shift a lot better though, which baffles a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I just like that you don't have to get up super early. Like, I still get up early, but it's not like I have to be at work at 6, you know?
You're not like setting an alarm
right.
and like are tired and feel like you have to go to bed early the night before.
Yeah, because with Noah's other schedule, he had to be up at 4, so we were going to bed at 9 because like I didn't really want to stay up if he wasn't up. So I'd just go to bed and he'd wake up at 4 and that would wake me up. So I'd be up at 4. So
yeah.
This is a lot better.
That's good.
Yeah. So.
And Noah likes his job still?
Yeah, he'll go to engineering school probably next year-ish sometime. They like pay for him to go to school.
Right.
At auto leave, so he'll just do his hours and then his school hours, and once he finishes engineering school, he'll get a better job somewhere else. Because you kind of max out at auto leave and it's not very much for engineers, and he could make a lot more somewhere else.
Right. Okay, turn your head a little bit.
But it's a good gig for right now. He's been working there for a while, so he's starting to get like all of his raises and bonuses.
Right, it's like a stepping stone.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's been really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what about a baby?
No, not happening.
Okay.
So I want to go to the police academy. I can't go until I graduate, or I can't graduate until I'm 21. So I could go next year, but I just kind of want to work at the police department for a year. I'm on the roster to get a job at dispatch. So I want to work there, and they don't work with your schedule until you've been working there for a year. So you rotate shifts every 2 months, day shift, swing shift, graves. And the only shift I wouldn't be able to work is swing shift because school is night school from 6 to 10. So hopefully work there for a year and then go to the police academy. Not next year, but the year after. So a baby would really throw a kink in everything.
Yeah.
So.
And you're still wanting to do the police academy?
Yes.
How are you liking the ticket writing?
I love it. I love it so much.
So what does a typical day look like for you? What do you do?
So around Logan, there's areas that are timed parking, like 3 and 4 hour timed parking. Right. So I usually go up on campus or pretty close to campus, like Old Main Hill and kind of by Frederico's and stuff. And the way that we keep track of how long you've been there is we chalk your tires. So draw a chalk mark on the tires. So I usually chalk a bunch of tires and then drive around and just look for like people are parking left side to the curb. And then around campus you have to have a residential parking pass to park on the street, just because a lot of the old houses are residents and not students, and it's kind of turning into student housing. So that's one way that you can kind of control, like do like crowd control, and so people aren't parking in other people's driveways and all that stuff. So then I go around and ticket a bunch of those cars and just look for people who are in violation. And
yeah,
if I'm working swing shift, I usually get about 30 tickets a day.
30 or 3?
30. But if you work day shift, it's only like 5 or 6. But we ticket a lot of people at parking enforcement. Like, we don't even make enough money to support parking enforcement to fund it. But I like it because it, like, you have to have a certain like attitude when you're an officer, and even doing parking tickets, like you can't take anything personally and you have to inform, and people like a lot of times get really pissed, so you have to be able to keep your cool and they're screaming at you and stuff like that. So it's teaching me a lot before I actually become an officer. So, but I just drive around by myself.
Do you drive your car?
So they have 3 SUVs. I typically drive the Dodge Durango, and then they have a Ford Explorer and a Ford Escape. And they're all pretty nice. They buy new ones every so often. There's only 4 of us that work there, so yeah.
Okay, what do you think? Okay, I had Jess apply her own mascara because I don't like to apply people's mascaras, but she's all finished. She looks beautiful. I'm so glad she came and joined me today. It's different doing videos with people rather than alone. But I hope you guys liked this style of video. It was really fun because you guys probably get bored of just seeing me do my own makeup. So I will insert a clip of Jess's close-up of her makeup so you guys can see more what I did. She looks beautiful. Anyways, thanks for joining us today, and make sure to like this video if you liked this style of video, and also subscribe so you don't miss any of my Friday videos, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.